You know, we're always glad to have our favorite doctor back with us as he continues to help and support the disabled population. He now has a documentary out featuring 4 young, energetic, positive, and successful people who are also amputees. The documentary is titled Nothing is Missing, Models, Athletes, and Artists. So please welcome back our own doctor, Dr. Truett Vaigneur.
Yes, welcome back.
Welcome back,
Thank
Doctor.
you.
I almost called you Dr. Phil for a moment here.
Okay. I definitely can be Dr. Phil
Yeah,
for a few
that's
days.
a compliment.
Yes, but before we go further, I did get you a gift here, so I just want you to get that nose on.
Yes, everybody, everyday heroes, red and absolute. I am more than happy to put
Yes,
this on.
come
Just
join
put it
us.
on and let's see how we look on there. Just keep that camera on us for just a moment. Let's here you go. Look at his nose. Get a close up if you can.
That's cool. You see his
Look at this.
emoji? Uh-oh, he took the glasses off.
Oh
Let's
my
take our
goodness.
glasses off.
No
See,
way.
look.
Now wait.
See,
can
look.
if we get a group shot on one of the cameras, any camera, please. Oh, there we go. Look at it. Oh, just now we're in the spirit here.
We're in the
okay.
Spirit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel
We look
sorry.
good. We look good.
We
Yeah,
do.
but I feel sorry you don't have an emoji,
I
Crystal.
know,
Okay.
I'm the only one. It's fine.
But anyway, I'm getting tired of this here. But we have to do that because we're for the kids, you
Yes,
know,
it's
for
for the
the
youth.
Yes.
So Doc,
Yes.
the last time you were on this show here, we didn't get a chance to, or enough time to talk briefly about the children's book you wrote, which is Aqua Blue Visions of a True Swimmer, where you highlight the character Vivian, who is a young girl whom everyone calls Visions because when she swims, she is a vision creating beautiful splashes of blue water. She learns to swim at the age of 2 and quickly becomes a star, winning contests and joining the swim team. So tell us more. So
Well, you've got it there.
Yeah.
She begins
tell us more, Doc.
swimming at age 2,
Wow.
which is not uncommon for athletes who do go far in their athletic careers to begin at 2 or 3 or very early on in life. And then I think before first grade. Now I don't have the chronological order with me, and I wrote the book about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. But she has problems with her back, and she then becomes, after an operation, becomes paralyzed.
Oh, wow.
However, she gets back into the water because she wants to go back into the water because she feels comfortable. She feels like who she is in the water. That's part of her identity. But then whenever she gets back into the water for therapy, she realizes that she can also swim.
Oh, wow.
So she cannot walk, but she can also swim. Now there are two or three real messages here, one of which is very important for all children, able or disabled, to have a skill, to have a talent, something that they can be known for and receive social recognition for. We don't really appreciate that as much as we should. We always want to say, now I'm going to go against, and you all are young, I'm old, but you all are young, and I can see you guys and your little Friday or Saturday night wing digs going on. I don't care what people say about me.
Well, look, Doc, you don't know what happens on Friday or Saturday nights, okay? We're just here to party, talk with you, and you just feed us food, okay?
I don't care what people say about me. That is the contrary. Most of us really do care what people think about us.
Yes.
We really do.
It's important.
It is very important, and it is also very important for us to be known for something and receive positive recognition.
Yes, that's so
Not
true.
just people like us.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I think a
More
big
than
topic that we discussed in our last show, actually, what was acting and modeling and all
Exactly.
of the right.
Yes.
And it's important for children who are interested in the theater. We just had a milestone with a Broadway actress winning Tony, who is in a wheelchair, first time ever.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, we'll get to that in just a
we will.
moment here.
But, you know, if we go back over all great achievers, chances are they've started very early on in life.
Yes.
So that is one of the messages. It's important. All parents, whether you have any a child, able, disabled, any of the above, get them involved.
That's true.
Right.
Yes.
Second message. let's be appreciative of people's individual, unique identities.
Yes, that's
Right,
that's
absolutely.
Key.
You know, whether you are a ballet dancer, whether you are a gymnast, whether you are a swimmer,
Right.
you know, whether you are a future filmmaker,
Right.
you know,
Whatever you are.
absolutely. Anybody out there, whoever, whatever you're doing, appreciate that individually within yourself, as well as, you know, allow other people to appreciate that
Yeah.
too. Okay.
Yes.
The third message: support. Vastly important
Right.
on all levels.
Yeah.
And in the book, this little girl who becomes a young woman, obviously, she has a lot of support from the swim team. Okay, people like her, like-minded people. You know, whenever we are growing up and we do develop a skill and a talent, whether it's on the baseball field or the basketball court, we surround ourselves with those people, right?
Yes,
You know, don't
we
you
do.
do some modeling, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, are
have
your
other
friends
models.
mostly models? Or are they mostly, you know, geologists?
They're models as well.
Oh,
You surround yourself.
you
who
want to
are
surround
with.
yourself
Yes.
with people, like-minded
you.
people. That makes us stronger, makes our
Yes.
identity stronger, right? You know why? Because we see ourselves in them, and they see
See
us in.
ourselves. Yes, it's a
absolutely, yeah.
connection,
The
bond.
strong connection,
Yes.
strong social connection, and again, there's recognition. So there are the messages in the book.
Wow.
A lot for kids, but of course I don't sit there and explain it that way.
Yes.
I make it nice and colorful and fun. And the
Well,
whole
they
9
could say
yards.
the darndest things
They,
for sure.
they could say the darndest things. But I think all children's books, and I'm working on my second children's book now, I think all children's books have two audiences. One of which is the person being read to, and the other is the person reading it. And in the case of disabled children, a lot of parents do need to hear this as well.
Yes.
Right.
It helps support them with their child going
Yes.
through that.
Yes.
Most definitely. You have very important and very key messages. Like, keep it up. You inspired me as well, just listening to it.
Oh, thank
Most
you.
Yes, go
definitely.
ahead, Crystal.
But I want to get to the documentary you just did that David mentioned a moment ago, which is called Nothing is Missing, Models, Athletes, and Artists. We have a sneak peek. So, a clip of the documentary. Let's take a look.
I had a pretty difficult childhood. Really had really hard time up until I was probably 23, something like that. And I was also extremely thin as another consequence of the issues I was going through. And I was same height, but I was about 40 pounds lighter.
Wow.
So I was extremely thin. So I was so thin that that when I lay down, it would hurt. I tell people this, when they really ask for a more detailed story, that, the gym really saved my life.
I think it's a privilege and a huge opportunity, the fact that I make music and perform in front of a lot of people, the fact that I can represent people who feel different or look different to others. It's a privilege for me and an honor, to represent the differently abled community, even in the slightest way. I know that there's someone out there who's maybe younger than I am who would see me on stage and think to themselves, I can do that, or I can do whatever I was afraid to do before. And I wish I had had a hero who looked like me when I was little, and that's what I want to do for somebody else.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yes, thank
Amazing,
you,
right?
thank
It's
you.
inspiring.
Yes. So just tell us. I know we've been talking a lot about that not too long ago, but it's like, what impact is it that the message that you want young students in college or high school to take out of this from this documentary?
Okay, well, quickly, I want to say that the documentary was a documentary as well as a gallery exhibition. We actually had a gallery exhibition during the City University of New York's Disability Awareness Month at Queens College. And the Committee for Disabled Students at Queens College is an amazing group of young people, and they actually put the gallery exhibition on themselves.
Oh, okay.
So I had the idea for the documentary, and I wanted to have fashion-y kind of photo sessions, as you saw with the camera, with the photographs of Matthew. And please, everybody out there, check out this documentary, because just in those little clips, you see people being very, very honest.
Right.
Yes.
But the what I want people to take away is, let's say with Jaleesa Graham,
Yes.
who is also a model, or Matthew Lynch, who is a bodybuilder, or Victoria Cannell, who is an international singer. Whether you are disabled or not, I want you to identify with that person's career and their accomplishments.
Yes.
And their disability will come third and fourth as to who they are.
Exactly.
So I want people to see Matthew in the gym as a rock climber. I want them to see Jaleesa Graham in the photo sessions as a fashion model. And Victoria as a singer, and Rudy Garcia Tolson as a Paralympian.
Right.
And then identify with that, and that's where the encouragement comes through. That's where the
Yes.
inspirations come through. Not because they're disabled and doing
Right.
anything.
You look past that.
But you look
Right.
past that. That being
It's more
disabled
than
and doing
that.
something is not an inspiration.
Right. It's more than that.
So much more to it than that. So that is a very good question, and a very good from our first conversation, as opposed to the
Yes.
connection you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
It
so
is
true.
it is very important for disabled children to be exposed to these successful people.
Wow.
Yes.
Keep it up. It's so amazing, inspiring.
Yes, I want to get to this quickly. I know we have to go, but we did mention about briefly about the Tony Awards
Yes.
that were happened on June 9th,
Yes.
where the 31-year-old actress Ali Stroker, where her win was monumental, and everyone was talking about it. She made history as becoming one of the disabled people to win a Tony about
Right.
it. So
Everyone was surprised.
yeah,
How do you
so-
feel about it?
yeah.
I think that she's a great actress. I think she's probably perfected her craft. She's probably studied very hard. She has probably had a lot of hard knocks like any other person in show business. I think she probably has worked very hard to win her Tony.
Yes.
And I think she is, you know what, would I define her as being an actress or a disabled actress? I would probably say she's an actress.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd probably say she's an actress, then an actress.
Yeah.
Then I would probably say she's an actress, then an actress, then an actress, then an actress, then an actress. And then after all of that, way down the list, we can then talk about her disability.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, there have
important.
been incidences in the past where Broadway had a history of being inaccessible to even audience members with disabilities. Like in 2017, Mark Lasseter of Denver, who is blind, had sued the popular musical Hamilton due to its lack of accessibility. When he bought the pricey tickets to the Broadway smash hit, Lasseter had hoped that the theater would provide him with an audio description or a headset that would describe the actions on stage in real time while he was in the audience.
Yes.
So I mean, this is something that is like going on. This is from the Huffington Post here that I'm reading about it. But what do you think that Broadway needs to do to like step it up with their accessibility?
Well, now listen, that's an important question, and I'm not so sure if it's Broadway needs to do anything or the
Or if it's
American with
just in
Disabilities
general.
Act needs
Yeah.
to step in and do
Just in
something.
Yeah,
general,
or
right.
Okay,
or it could be the Tony Awards.
Yeah.
Well, yes, Broadway is Broadway. You know, Broadway is full of buildings that are protected by history as landmarks.
Yes.
That a lot of times that those buildings are sanctioned by as historical buildings, monuments. I don't know that terminology.
Yeah.
I'm not in that field, but I think the situation really would lie in the hands of the ADA, American with Disabilities Act, and various other organizations within government that could in fact preserve the history, but yet make it accessible. It would not be impossible. It would not be impossible. So of course I don't agree with that. Absolutely, I don't see.
Right.
I don't think many of us would agree with that.
Right.
No.
So I think it's just going to take more of those articles to get things
Going.
up and,
Yeah, up and
and
going.
running
And a
and a
change.
movement for change in
Right.
that
Yes.
area. Yes.
Yeah, and you know,
I really like. Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry to
No,
cut
no,
you
go
off.
ahead.
I
Make
really
it
like
quick.
how. I just really like how you say that it's more when people see someone who has a disability. You said it's more than that, and just looking at the disability, because usually, like a person sees someone having a disability, that's the first thing they look at, like, oh wow, like, and they think that they don't come more with that. So it's just really important that you keep bringing that out.
And that is why
Yes.
we did the documentary, and that is why it's important for people to focus on this this Broadway actress's success.
Yeah.
yes, because you
Yes.
never know with those students that were in your documentary, you never know if they may get like an EGOT, like an Emmy, Grammy,
Yes.
Golden Globe, Oscar, or a Tony, or any one of those categories, or perhaps all of those categories, and they're disabled.
Right,
So
they're no
that's
different
one
from
thing we
us.
gotta do. Like, hope for the best for him, you know. But I hate to say this, Doc, but we have to leave it right there. But come back anytime.
Oh, thank you very
much. This is great. Our special thanks to Dr. Truett Vaigneur. You can catch his show, Disabilities Redefined, on MNN. Check your local listings and check MNN.org for the schedule for more details. His documentary, Nothing is Missing, Models, Athletes, and Artists, is a must-see educational to watch and is now streaming on YouTube. We'll be right back.